welcome back to the sixth and last module of this course, Art of Influencing Others. Now this is a very important thing for a leader because you may have convinced yourself of something, but you don't quite become a leader until you're leading others. And one of the most important tools for a leader is this art of influence and persuasion. Now for you who've read the book, you understood that I used the all-time classic of methods, the method of Aristotle, for influence and persuasion, namely ethos, pathos, logos. So we're not talking about official presentations, big speeches to an auditorium. We're also talking about small encounters, you know, in the corridors of the office, business meetings, small meetings, small encounters. The ethos, pathos, logos need to be looked at all the time when you're in the business of influencing others. So let's take it from the top. Ethos. Obviously our ethos has to be in place. People only respect you and follow you if they know that you have ethos, that you have credibility, integrity. Your biography up until now is really aligned with what you want to do, that they know your mission, or they feel your mission through your ethos. You have to be able to walk your talk, in other words, keeping your values in mind, keeping your personal mission statement in mind, or that of the company or organization that you're serving. The pathos. Pathos needs to be in place. Pathos is how you appeal to the audience by appealing to their dreams, their aspirations, but also how to help them overcome their fears, their insecurities, and the obstacles and challenges that are really frightening them. Pathos also means that you need to be energized. I want you to look at this pie chart. It is being created by Dr. Albert Merhamian from UCLA. And you'll notice that the elements of personal communication are much more related to pathos than we ever imagined. Basically, people really listen to only 7% of the words you are telling them. It's like flash. Only 7% of your words are really taken into consideration. The rest of the 93% of the elements of your communication are non-verbal. It's the non-verbal communication that expresses the emotions that you're feeling and the emotions that you want to convey. If you're looking at your audience in the eyes and your eyes really generating energy, it will have impact. If your body language is aligned with your message, it will have emotional impact. That's pathos. You're conveying your pathos through non-verbal communication. And of course there's the logos. Of course there's the element of the information you're conveying. They will listen to the case studies, to statistics, to proof, to the strategy you're laying out. It has to make sense after all. You have to give the reality check. So once you have these three things all in place, that's where you're going to handle from. That's where you're going to go out into the world from. From your personal ethos, from the pathos, the emotions that you are living and you are conveying, as well as the logical reasoning. So the best way to overcome any, reservations about speaking is practice. I highly recommend the use of a video camera, and even if you have only one person being present in the room, it's better than none at all. Speaking into a camera, practicing is fine, but if you have one or two people who are, like your buddies or your mentors or your coach, someone to support you. I myself do video prepping for some of my clients when they're going to do a big presentation. I can do that through Skype. It's always good to have practice. Practice makes perfect. It will take away the element of stress. So when you walk in, you're well prepared and you know what you're going to say. So I can only highly recommend videotaping your presentations, practicing in front of groups before you go in and make a big presentation. Always remember that your conclusion needs to include some sort of call to action. You haven't made the whole presentation just to impress people with your public speaking skills. You want some impact, you want some change. Either it's going to be the way they're thinking, they're changing something in their way of thinking, you're having them see the thing from a different perspective, or you're actually appealing to them to take an action, to bring forth a certain change in your company, that this has to happen, are you on board? This is how you're going to get your people on board. But remember that, because a lot of people, they go through a presentation and they forget the call to action, the most important thing. So obviously influence is a very key skill, and it does need practice. Practice makes perfect. As Aristotle said, we become what we repeatedly do. The influence aspect is what's going to really make you a leader. Apart from influencing yourself and your inner world, if you're not able to touch others and have impact on others, you can't really say that you're leading, because who are you leading, right? In order to lead, you need to influence. So I can't stress the importance enough of this exercise. So there's a last bit to this online course, as a conclusion. Have a look at that, because it also invites you to my live seminars in Greece and tells you how you can actually get me over to your organization, your company, to do live seminars. So thanks a lot for tuning in, and I'll see you on the conclusion of the course.